All right. This morning, calls growing for the president to clearly lay out a strategy, a comprehensive strategy to defeat ISIS. From Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel to America's top military officer Martin Dempsey, experts across the border saying the threat is real, calling the group, quote, beyond anything we've seen. But is the U.S. ready, willing, and able to destroy ISIS? After all, we've just cut our military to the bone. Here to weigh in is Fox News legal analyst Peter Johnson, Jr. Peter, you need a comprehensive strategy. It's not just going to be, let's go invade Iraq.
And you know this issue as well as anybody. The issue is ready, willing, and able. And the United States has not determined or developed a cohesive, comprehensive, direct and clear policy. Let's look at the situation as it exists now. About 1/4 of Iraq is under ISIS control. We see the ISIS presence in Syria and Iraq. The issue becomes, will we in fact strike Syria in a very hard, directed way to take out ISIS command and control centers? Because we know that ISIS speaks to Syria and Iraq, and so to take Iraq on without taking Syria becomes a real issue.
Well, we see that Syria had a strategy.
Yes.
So they were being invaded by protesters, and it was the Free Syrian Army leading it, and they asked us for some financing. They said they wanted to bring some democratic principles into that country. Who knows, but it would be better than Assad.
Correct.
We let them go. So the Assad thought, I'll let the terrorists come in, wipe out the Free Syrian Army,
Correct.
and then I'll only have one enemy, and of course the West will look at this enemy. That enemy got so big, no one can control it.
Well, the issue becomes now, are we going to team up with Assad? Are we, according to some democratic liberals in this country, team up in a civil war with Assad, the fellow who we've regarded as an enemy? This is what some people say we should be doing, conducting special op raids, airstrikes, even close to the Turkish border, which is a porous border between Syria and Turkey. And the problem is that American intelligence, going to the ready and willing and able point through articles in the Washington Post, through other leaks, are saying we don't have the capacity. The drones can't do it. We really can't bomb Syria in a robust, effective manner, so we shouldn't be doing it. We should wait for months. There's also been this liberal meme that somehow ISIS is not Nazi Germany. ISIS is not communism in the 40s and 50s. That it is not a real threat, that it's a regional threat, that it's part of a regional civil war that we shouldn't be involved with. But we've seen what happened to Mr. Foley. We've seen what happened to Christians. We've seen what happened to other minorities.
And they promised to do the same thing to the other Westerners that are in their custody. Listen, when that open was written last night, General Dempsey, we're going off his comments he had on Thursday. General Dempsey's saying this is apocalyptic. This group is better financed, better prepared, better trained than anything we've ever seen. And now last night on the plane, he tells a group of reporters that ISIS is more of a regional threat and is not currently plotting or planning attacks against the U.S. Really? Because 100 of the 10,000 are Americans.
It's transformational.
All they have to do is buy a ticket.
General Dempsey said it was apocalyptic. It was end of days, that they had a vision for destruction. There were notions of a black flag over the White House. There were notions that there was going to be a second 9/11 attack, greater, because this is an organization that has $1 billion in resources. Clearly, someone in the White House has gotten to General Dempsey to say, you better pull those remarks back. We'll probably see those remarks being pulled back by Secretary of Defense Hagel as well. We'll see this attack by liberal Democrats in the Congress that say, wait, we're war weary, we can't do this. It may be a risk of a second 9/11, but we can take care of it in other ways. We see now an international force of so-called SEALs and Green Berets and other folks. We need a coalition of the willing, Jordanians, Saudi Arabians, people in the Middle East, to stand with America against ISIS and against terrorism. We cannot ignore this threat.
And not as a favor to us, for their own security.
We are not ready, willing, and able yet. Hopefully we will become ready, willing, and able. Peter. Go to it.
All right, thanks so much. Great to see you.
Good to see you, buddy.
And good Donald Trump tie.
It is.
Next up.